Well, I didn't get to say it before, so I'll say it now. Hello again, and welcome back to the Card Mat. I hope you enjoyed that little performance. I've adapted it from the way it's supposed to be done, mainly through a major cock-up I made. The way you normally do it is on your card. I'll find a diamond with a pip in the middle there, with 5 of diamonds. The way you normally do it is where I've got the 4 holes. You normally have one just above the pip and one just below the pip, right in the middle. The punch I had didn't reach far enough into the middle, so I had to do them so far in. Because I can only go so far in, I put one up there and one down there, trying to be a smart ass, having the lace still running lengthways but crossing the middle. But as you'll see when you're doing the move in it, impossible. So I had to do 2 more holes. Because I had the card with 4 holes, that's why I ended up using 2 laces, but normally it's just the one, right? So what you have to do is go through every single card in your pack and you punch 2 holes in, both in the middle, right? So that they all coincide together. Best way of doing it, punch holes through your first one on either side of the pip, get the guarantee card, get it all squared up in your hand and punch through them holes again. Then you've got that card left alone then. You use that as your template, so if you mess up, you're only messing up 1 card. You're not messing up 2. Right? So that's getting your holes into the pack. All the way through every single card. You need 2 pieces of ribbon. Now, again, the ribbon I got was that thick. And I've split it up the middle. I should really have split that into 4. Because you need your ribbon to be half the size of your hole, really. And that's the full size of it, so it makes it a bit more difficult. And try and get one which is cloth. This one's a plastic one, which again causes difficulties. But that's my problem, not yours. Right, so the way you do it is you start off, you show all the cards have got holes in. Then you just get them to pick a card, and it makes no never mind what card they pick. Right? But always make sure that it's kept the same way in case your holes aren't squared up that way. I'll just take 2 cards. When I was doing mine, as you can see, they're nicely squared up. But if I just turn one of them the other way around, you should be able to see that they're not squared up properly. So always make sure that you get them either in the exact same positions on both cards, or make sure that they always stay the same direction. Right, so you get them to pick a card, any card they want. You don't have to see it, but they obviously have to. They've got the 8 of clubs. Use whatever method you want to put it into the middle of the packet and control it right back to the top again. So you've got their card up on the top. There's loads of different ways of doing that. Surely you can figure one out. So you've got their card on the top of the packet. Now, turn the packet face up. And if you're doing it just the normal way, with just the 2 holes, all you do is push one end, or one your ribbon, you need a matchstick sellotaped into it to give it some rigidity, so you can push it straight through the hole like you're just pushing a needle through a piece of cotton. So all you're doing is pushing it through the top hole, pull it out. If you've got a spectator, get them to hold that end. Then as you're getting that end, all you're doing is a glide on that bottom card. And it doesn't have to be a full glide, because obviously you're not going to be able to get that to there without looking and know exactly where it is. So all you do is a bit of a glide. And then because that's got a stiff edge on it, you just feel around and you'll feel it drop into the hole. And as soon as it drops into the hole, you just pull it down with the match and it'll line it up at that hole, which you can then just push straight the way through. I'll show you that again. You push the first part up, give it to the spectator. While you're getting hold of the second part, their eyes are going to be focused on what you're doing with this hand. You just do a little glide, get that bit, and without looking, you can just stick your hand underneath. You'll feel it go into the gap, slide it down a bit, push it through, and pull that out. Pull both ends so that they go roughly about the same length. Give that to the spectator to hold. Then you just bring this hand in, and with your little finger, because at the moment you've got that one sticking out at the back, you bring this hand in, and with your little finger, all you're doing is pushing that card square as you take hold of it in that hand, and you give that to them. Now you've got their card unhooked at the back. So that's gone through every card except for theirs. Because obviously you push it up through that hole, move that down, push it back through that hole, it's not connected to it. So every card's connected except for their one. Then with them holding that, all you do is just, I didn't do it good enough in the performance, you just spread them out so that they can see that the ribbon is going through all the cards. And while you're doing it, all you're doing is gripping their card. Hold the pack in a straddle with your left first finger and your little finger. So you're holding it in a straddle grip, so it's just them holding the packet. Then use your middle finger just to get a hold of that back card, which is theirs. And all you're doing is as you're spreading out, you're just pulling that forward so it comes all the way down here. Make sure they still keep going in the same way. And then when you've shown enough of the packet to show that it's going through, all you're doing is sliding that card somewhere into the middle, squaring it up, and just lightly pull on them to get it straight. But you've got to watch that side because you've got the two little bits of ribbon bending around that card on that side. So you have that covered with your thumb along that edge. You grab hold of the two pieces of lace, ribbon, and just turn your hand over before you move the thumb. Show them that they can actually see the ribbon going up and down through the packet. Wrap that around, pull it back up again. So you got hold of it there. Then all you got to do is just drop this hand down, and it will take a bit of practice to get yourself to the right height so you can catch their card as it comes out, which is a very good effect. You can then show them that the ribbon has gone right through the entire packet. Get through. And there was their card, the only one which wasn't connected. And when you pick it up to put it on, just give it a check to make sure that you've got it the right way so all the holes line up. And that's the way you'd normally do it with just the two holes. As I say, because I made the 4 holes, I thought I'd go a step bigger. Exact same thing. You've worked their card, the 8 of spades, to the top of the packet. Turn it over. Get one of these. Push it up through the same hole that you done. Push it up through the back hole first. Pull that through. Give it to the spectator. As you're grabbing the other end, you do your little glide again. Feel it go into the hole. Where am I? Oh, I'm going into the wrong hole, no wonder. Feel it going into the top hole. Pull it down. It'll come through and come into there. Pull them to the right length. Keep that card out jogged in your glide, because you're now going to use this one to come back through, this one to come through the bottom one. So you're actually putting it through the top hole already. So it just goes through that one. You can give that to the spectator to hold. As you pick this one up, just square up the packet, because you've still got that card sticking out at the back. So you just square up the packet as you grab this one, and then push that through the top hole and pull that one tight with it. Try and get it lined up so that they're about the same length again. Again, they've got hold of them. Their card is free on the back. But again, you just spread the cards out just to show that the ribbon has gone through all the cards. And again, all you do is just pull that card down there, and when you're ready, close up, putting that in the middle. Now you do have to be a bit careful when you're closing this one up, because there's 4 bits of ribbon to push, so it's a bit stiffer. Could be because I'm using stuff which is too thick and it's plastic. But you get it squared up again, and again you've got to be careful because you've got the ribbon that side. That's better. You got the ribbon there just over the one card. So again, you grab hold of them, turn it over with your thumb still in the way, then wrap it around and pull it back up again. And they can clearly see the ribbon going through in 2 places through the back of the card. You get hold of it, you let it drop, and if your timing's right, you catch their card. And that's the way the one with the 2 worked. You got to remember that when you do your glide, the first glide, you keep it where it is and stick the thing through the bottom hole. And there you go. That's how that one was done. Very easy to do, just very time consuming punching your holes all the way through. I would recommend just doing the two, both in the middle. Find it a lot easier. So if you're using a hole punch, make sure you get one which reaches to the middle, because you don't want to be bending your cards just to put a hole in. You can use a drill, but you'd have to stick a plank of wood there and a plank of wood there and really clamp it down tight so there's no air at all in between the cards, and they're as compacted as they can be to get the cleanest hole you can. Otherwise it'll leave a little bit of a jagged edge, which you can just take off with a bit of sandpaper. But anyway, have a go at it, enjoy it, and guaranteed that'll blow somebody's mind. I'll see you again soon.